Thank you all so much. Good afternoon to you all. My job today is to take you all on a journey from Manager to Manager's Summit. But just before I get started, I would like to ask you, raise your hand if Manager is on your plan. Excellent. You see, wouldn't it be amazing for so many of us to go together in 2019? Raise your hand again if you were like me and you just couldn't see it was possible. Well, let me tell you, in June 2016, when I joined the business, I went to my first success day in the convention in Dublin. I drove by myself for the first time, and parking in the convention, I could barely touch the steering wheel. My hands were so nervous. I met my great mentor, Bernie, and I sat beside Bernie, and I was blown away by the speakers on that day. The voice on my shoulder, I gazed to the stage, and the voice on my shoulder says, "One day, I'll be up there." But immediately, this voice says, "Yeah, right, whatever." You see, along my journey, along your journey of self-development, you set foundations. You set foundations for your belief systems, your self-talk, your work ethic, and the expectations for your business. It was in September 2017 when I got my assistant manager pin. Our guest speaker was Richard McCann. And that day, I felt so inspired that I said, I can and I will be speaking in September 2018. The following week, I received a phone call from Alison to ask me to do this slot. I felt truly honored. After my slot, I hope you all want to go on the next Managers Summit in 2019. Let me take you on my journey. So we arrived at Belfast City Airport, and the bar was calling. A bit early for Prosecco, but I was very, very blessed to have my amazing manager, Tiffany, alongside me, and it's never too early for a morning drink, so we toasted to Prosecco. We met some of the amazing business owners in the airport, and we all prepared to board our flight to Birmingham. With a breakfast menu of coffee and croissants, you don't really toast to coffee, so the Prosecco was out again. As the plane took off, I said to my husband, Dick, how does it feel to be on this plane and we haven't even paid for a ticket? We've never been on a flight before where we hadn't had to book it and pay, and it was just a lovely feeling in my stomach. And I said to Dick, it's going to be the first of many flights for us. So on arrival to Birmingham, you'd see the great yellow cases, and we were sad to hear that the Dublin flight had been slightly delayed. However, it did give us a chance to go back to the bar. Meanwhile, back at Dublin Airport, the guys had the same idea, and they toasted their morning with Prosecco as well. And whenever we all met up, it was amazing, and we all had a fabulous start to our morning. I thought to myself, if we drink the aloe as good as the alcohol, we'll definitely double our business by 2. So we were all reunited, and it was off to the head office UK for our afternoon tour. We were warmly greeted by Bob and the lovely UK team, and the stunning day, the sun came out for us, and it was an absolutely beautiful day at Longbridge Manor. Afternoon tea awaited, and the sausage rolls were so posh just to stand out there in the picture. And those little miniature scones and cream and strawberries, there was no stone unturned for us. We had a lovely warm introduction from Bob, and then we had a tour around head office, And it was lovely to see the different departments and the operations and how the business functions behind the scene. As Bernie had mentioned earlier, we had a few self-made promotions for the day, and it was lovely to have that seat. We're always told to dream big in our business. Isn't that right, Bob? Now, at Forever, we don't make cars, but if we did, I think I'd go for that. We then had a walk on the grounds outside. We got some lovely pictures. There was some testimonials done, and it was just a beautiful day for everyone to mingle and to get to know each other that little bit better. We were then all aboard the luxury coach to the Chesford Grange Hotel. Again, it was royalty treatment by the lovely Alison and Bill, and it was royalty check-in. All we had to do was stand there, and we were checked in with the lovely receptionist and Alison, and it was time then to get the luggage up to the rooms. It had been a long morning. But then we only had hand luggage, so we managed it as far as the bar. Complimentary gifts at head office, complimentary personalised gifts in the room. Guys, you have to really imagine, there was so many surprises along the day, and I just could never, my expectations was never as high as what we had got over that weekend. It was just amazing. So we were all aboard to the Mallory Court Hotel to be wined and dined for the evening. Red carpet was out and the champagne reception. And to be very honest, at this stage, I may have not really realized the difference between a sparkling water and a sparkling wine. Us Irish can really drink. Don't be fooled by the English accent. I was born in Manchester, but reared in Ireland by my Irish parents, so it's in the blood. There was a table plan, and I think there was an amazing idea because it was lovely to get mingling with the UK business owners. And we also had a head office representative at the table, and the girl with us was amazing, so it was lovely just to get to know people. And it was just an evening of fine wine and dining. And you just have to sit back and take in and soak up the atmosphere because it was just something that I have never seen before. Everybody was looking amazing, the style. The champagne was flowing, we were talking, we were having a great time. It was just a lovely evening. And that's just a few photographs there from the tables, and there was different business owners from the UK. There's one there of myself and Bernie did an absolutely unbelievable slut up here today. Bernie and myself had the pleasure of being beside each other at our table. And then our heads probably felt a bit like this, and it was all aboard the coach back to the Chesford Grange Hotel. And was it bedtime or bar time? Let me think. The bar it was. Kira had said to me, that on the first one you will make the mistake of maybe just taking a few too many. And I think maybe Tiffany, next year, we might just go to bed that wee bit more earlier and soak up the training. So it was after a beautiful breakfast, we checked out and we headed to Warwick School, a stunning school on stunning grounds. Again, another very warm welcome for us all awaited, and we were mingling with the business owners. We were delighted to welcome in all the Irish business owners that had flown in that morning, and it was a real lovely spirit in the room. Bob kick-started the day on two very powerful quotes, if you like. Work harder on yourself than anything else. And where there is no vision, people perish. And I think that really set the scene for the training that was going to come ahead on that day. And then our first guest speaker was Adam May. Adam spoke about, and I think Marion touched upon this as well, the more interesting you become, the more you attract. And I'd like to ask yourself this question: would you be attracted to sign you? You won't get rich quick, but you will get rich if you stay with it. I believe persistence leads to goals. Be a learner. You never are finished learning. When was the last time you bought a book? I know I have quite a collection going on, but I have to say to myself and ask myself, more importantly, when was the last time you bloody read the book? You know? And Bernie gives a really good example of that. It's like, take 4 or 5 pages a day. I used to think I had to read a book and had to read it all together, but take 4 or 5 pages a day and you'll get better and you'll get better. And before you know it, you'll have a book read. I love this quote from Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Our next speaker was Diana Page, and sorry, I've just gone too back there. And Diana spoke about the product of the month. And Forever Knowledge is a website that I'm becoming more familiar with, and it's such a powerful wealth of knowledge. I presume a lot of people are subscribed, but if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And on that, you'll find all the information, all the images, all the information, and integrate that into your own business. Integrate that into your team strategy. We heard from the lovely young Debbie and the 7 key habits of a leader. Make a decision. I'm sure many of you have been to Tom Barrett, and Tom always says, you have to decide to decide. Know what is it you want. Commit to learning. Become a master. You're never the finished product. Master your habits. Think bigger. Debbie spoke about in her corporate job before she joined Forever Living 8 years ago, she was earning approximately £30,000 a year. 8 years in Forever Living, and she's earned £1 million. It would have took her 33 years to earn that salary in her corporate job. So think bigger. Let it go. You heard me mention about the voice on my shoulder in June 2016. Let it go and take control of the movies you play in your mind. AKA BernieAllen.com. Change your movies. Bernie's book has really helped me to learn how to reflect on the movie, pause it, change it, and retune it. It's all about mindset. Decide to work your backside off. As Marion had said earlier, you have to do the activity. If you're not doing the activity, nothing is going to happen. And believe. You have to believe in yourself. We then heard from Lisa Williams and all in relation to the Stockholm promotion. I'm sure there's many people currently working to the Stockholm promotion at the moment. Yeah. And Lisa, a lovely girl, I got to meet her at the evening as well. She had quite a quiet July, and she put in systems in place for August that August wasn't going to be quiet. So she set 3 hours a day aside, and she went to work. She went to work on what Tom Barrett calls income-producing activity. Not non-income-producing, income-producing activity, 3 hours a day. By the end of August, she had spoken to 450 people, but the results didn't come. She'd spoken to 450 people, of which 284 ignored, 94 not for now, 60 went into the pipeline, which is a lovely, healthy pipeline, and 3 become customers. But 9 people joined her business in September. So she qualified for level 3 Stockholm in September, which I thought was amazing. So it works if you work it. And as Richard Branson says, even if you have no idea where you're going or how you're going to get there, say yes instead of no. We then had a video link from the lovely Emma Cooper, and Emma covered the 3 C's to become a great leader: communication, commitment, and coachable. On every level, adapt the communication. Adapt it for your prospects. Adapt it for your team members. Adapt it for your customers. Something stayed in my mind very close from July and Tom Barrett is, how can we get closer to our customers? How can we connect more with our customers? And I believe communication is a good part of that key as well. Commitment, helping your team members. Consistently doing the action. Be a leader. Lead by example. Be coachable. Be humble enough that you're never going to be the finished article. You're constantly, as we spoke earlier, you're always learning. Always learning, always coachable, enjoy the process, and let go of the outcome. The slot of the day for me had to be from Diane Page. And it was, why consistency equals results. And I really love this quote, and I think it's something you can say to yourself on many a day. Whether you're on a high or a low, just flippin' do it. If your business is not growing at the speed you want, you really need to look from within. I always use this when I'm working with my team and the girls, and we always speak about the blank canvas. I believe you have to have a blank canvas when you go into customers, new customers, existing customers, a blank canvas with your team member. It's really not our business to make a judgment on anybody, whether it be a customer, whether it be a prospect. We don't really know them. We don't really know what goes on behind closed doors, so treat everything as a blank canvas. And Diana Page brought this into her slot by saying, have paint, habits. Who inspires you? Who is helping you? I would like you all to ask yourself this question. Is what I've done in the last 9 months enough to take me closer to the goals that I'm working towards? And secondly, is what I'm doing now for the final 3 months of the year enough to get me even closer to them goals? You see, I believe the difference between success and non-success lies in a video that we're going to play now. And this video had a huge, huge impact on me. So it's a very, very short clip that we are going to play here now. You see, ladies and gentlemen, forever living for me is a golf ball. It's my passion, and it's that passion that's going to get me to my future vision. My future vision for me what I'm working towards currently is Stockholm promotion for next year, Eagle Manager 2019, car plan, 100cc club, and Chairman's Bonus 2020. And there will be up days and there'll be down days, but I just love this quote. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I'll always get up after I fall. And whether I run, walk, or have to crawl, I'll set my goals and I'll achieve them all. You see, the reason I played that video is that I believe that if you're passionate about something, if you're truly passionate, if you're working towards manager, Eagle, chairman's, the passion has to kick in. Forever living for you has to be one of them golf balls. And I truly believe that if you're truly passionate about your business, that you stay true to who you are and you just flippin' do it. But with consistency, persistence, and vision, I believe anything is possible for you all. I'm just going to play a very short clip, just put together the clips from our Managers Summit, and we're going to play that now. I actually picked my song throughout the week, and it was integrated, and as Marion said, ironically, it's actually the same song that Marion had, because I absolutely love that song, so we're going to enjoy it now and watch a few clips, and we want more of you guys there next year. We want lots more of us heading next year, so enjoy this clip. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to me. And like Tom Barrett said, I think for 2019 Managers Summit, we have to learn to say, I'm in. Thank you all so much.